Hello, welcome to this guided tour of a virtual tour of this CAD mock-up for a corporate. It's supposed to be a depiction of an anniversary occasion, could be a commiseration or anything really. Okay, let's take a look. Moving down here, did you see how gracefully I glided down those stairs? I have not drawn the built environment, hence we just had this set of floating stairs as a sort of really sort of symbolic entrance point really. Of course, could have drawn the whole buildings, people, vehicles, etc., but this was just to give the prospect an idea. The drawings and not the voiceover was to give the prospect an idea of how the event space is going to look. This particular presentation is aimed at event and marquee people, so I'm going to avoid the temptation to talk about shapes, sizes, dimensions, what's actually in there, what the concept is, etc. This is just about the drawing package, so really it's have a look at this moving set of moving images, and I can do the same thing for you and your events kind of thing. Okay. This strangely shaped object here, it's actually a garbage compactor machine. It's just really to give the prospect kind of points of references on their drawings. The next step, as I say, would have been to draw in the surrounding building. This is a courtyard in their large building, but they didn't need that, so I saved the time. Okay, let's go in this way. We're sort of going back to front really, but yeah, you can see that there are various areas to the inside of the event. Put some furniture in there. I've also put quite a lot of branding in there. You can put any picture at all. Oh, that's giving it away, isn't it? You can put any picture at all to any surface, and any material, any texture. So whilst we've got the texture of carpet down here, we've got the texture of linings up here, we've got this well, okay, I said I was going to avoid the temptation, but I just can't resist it. So here's a light wall. This is PVC with kind of like LED strips on it. Metal is sort of, you can see, is reflective there. Let's take a little walk through here. So as you can see, I've superimposed these different images that will mean something sort of at the early planning stages for this prospective client. I've also shown, by the way, these are PVC covered. You can see that it does look a little bit like PVC as well for the ballast tanks outside. This is an event that's on a hard standing, it's all on concrete, cannot be drilled, so we have the fairly undesirable requirement to use these ballast tanks. Now they look terrible. This is them dressed up in PVC. It's really just to sort of, make the client aware that are you sure that we can't drill there, because otherwise you're going to have these enormous monstrosities, whether it's going to be sand filled, it's going to be water filled or something. As I said, this is for marquee people, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, so I don't need to tell you all about those. Let's step inside this different area of the event. As you can see, I've given it a different type of ceiling. I've put different sort of images on there, etc. I've taken obviously some stills. That wasn't supposed to happen. I've taken some snapshots of around here just to sort of take photos, etc. Whilst this is the guided tour, you can do all of this by yourself, where the resolution will look a lot better if you download the virtual player from the page where you click this movie, unless you found it in some other bizarre corner of the internet. Yep, so more examples of branding here. You can see that we've given the tables a tabletop image, etc. Okay, let's move along here. Don't want you to send you asleep. Different structure, different marquee in the same event. I could have taken a slow walk past there and showed you how it's connected or not connected, as the case may be. It's offset at different angles. Obviously, if the structure profile were compatible, then we could show you it connected, guttered together, maybe a walkway in there or something. You get the idea. Let's go in through the doors. You can incidentally walk through windows and walk through doors, but let's not do that. So this is set up, obviously different color scheme, more as a sort of cafe. I said you can put all sorts of objects in here, plants. There's a distinct lack of people so far, but they'll be along. They are not here because the bar is still empty. Oh dear, and there's no waitress behind the bar either. So it's just just the early stages really. The morning before, the night after. All sorts of different types of bar. Somebody left the one bottle that there is hidden behind the bar. That's not very good, is it? I could talk all about the lighting, so we could obviously go up a little bit and zoom in on particular features. This may be a presentation by a specialist lighting contractor who wanted to talk all about his trussing and bits and bobs. Probably would have to be a bit of a bigger presentation, a bit of a bigger event for warrant him to do something like this. So it's more likely, it would more likely in this case be used by an event designer, events management, marquee type people. What else can I show you? I think that's probably enough, isn't it? Really, a bit of a table hiding behind there. You can use all sorts of. You can have all sorts of different types of plants, as you can see. Hundreds of different types of plants, actually. Boringly so. Let's have a look at these coffee machines, shall we? Talked about the branding possibilities. Haven't used them here, but if you wanted to have, I don't know, if you were getting some kind of kickback for product placement, that would be a nice idea. Then you might use, I don't know, Dow Egberts or Nescafe logos or something. You could actually superimpose a photo of a vending machine on top of this vending machine's shape to make it look a lot more realistic. But when it's blank, that's not that much of a bad job, I don't think. There we go. So you get the idea. That was me walking through a window. It didn't hurt. You get the idea. We'll just go up for a little, have a look at that rather out of place and silly looking floating staircase, but it could be Hogwarts, I don't know. Thank you for watching.